All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to D's Divinity, D's Divine Tarot. Thank you for joining in with me today. Welcome, welcome back to all the former subscribers, and welcome to all the new subscribers. Once again, thank you all for joining in with me today. As you see from the title of the video, we're going to go ahead and dive into this beautiful Moonology episode. I do not know the number. If you are interested, check the title, y'all. Before we do, though, it should go without saying, please do check the description box for any information that you may want or need to know. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to let me know. As it states in the description box, these readings are intended to be timeless. Time and energy are fluid, meaning you could have already gone through this, you may currently be going through this, and or this may be a prophetic message to come if you decide to embrace and embody the energy or advice that Spirit has for you within the reading or readings. And I know I just said all that about time and energy being fluid, which they are. However, you will see that when I do call out dates, signs, and times, I am utilizing Eastern Standard Time. Now, that just goes to show that it really is irrelevant, because depending upon where you are on the globe, it may or may not be different. So do your due diligence and figure that out if you are so interested. All right. Please keep in mind that they are general. Not all may apply to you, and that's perfectly okay. Take what does, let the rest fly. It may be a message for someone else. I may not even be talking to you nor about you. I may be talking to or about someone to whom you're closely connected, friend, family, or foe. I do not know. Only you know your life. So I tell you all the time, use your free will and discernment. Primarily. We also don't subscribe to gender roles over here. However, you will hear me say he and or she in reference to masculine and or feminine energy. We all have them both within us. So again, keep that in mind. Flip-flop the roles as you need to. Do whatever you need to do. Do not force that shoe to fit if it's not meant for you. I am not responsible for your feet, your toes, nor them currents hurting because you forcing something that's not for you. All right? All right. Finally, I am big on numerology. Whether or not I call it out, but if and when I do, I intend for it to likely resonate with your life path number, the day or month you're born, maybe even the house you want to pay particular attention to in your natal chart. However, whatever. Could just be confirmation that you need to pay attention at that particular time within the reading, all right, or in the message. Okay? At this point, you will see the primary decks that we utilize throughout this series. One serves as the header, the other as the finisher. The header is intended to bring forth messages of guidance, of overall advice, of whatever the energy, the main energy in the reading may have to deal with, or who it may have to deal with, right? The finisher is intended to bring forth messages of guidance to look forward to take with you, whatever, what have you. It could be something of particular focus that you need to work through, or that may be coming up for you and that you may even need to release. I have no idea. But once we get to the finisher, it leaves you with certain gemstones, crystals, whatever you may want to utilize to even help you through this particular energy or to deal with the healing part of it. You will see once we get further into the reading, the latter portion, which is the crystal energy healing portion, what I mean. So in saying that, this combo deck here is what we utilize, or I utilize, in order to dive deeper into the crystals or gemstones that they provide, and give you further guidance or advice, maybe even archangels, mystics, saints who may be helping you, or part of your spirit squad, to help you get through this energy, or who you may want to call upon to help you get through this or to deal with this or whatever. Okay, same applies with this crystal mandala deck. It is intended to dive deeper into said crystal or gemstones, and that's even if I'm even able to find them, y'all, within either of these decks. So you'll see as we get further into it whether or not we can find them. And then this text is a great reference because it dives deeper into the healing modalities as well, as long as the crystal or stone is in there. All right, so this deck has been an addition over the past several months, and it's a great added addition. You see here, as it says, it brings forth the manifestations that you may subconsciously or consciously be working towards. I have no idea. You could potentially receive messages of guidance from your higher self to focus on, or, you know, bring this manifestation into fruition into your life at this point. Okay, And the variable throughout the series has been the tarot, which here we are utilizing. Who is this? Is this the fairy? I think that's the fairy tarot. And it is intended to dive deeper, clarify, confirm whatever the overall energy or message or advice is from the header. Okay. And then finally, I have added yet another deck to the mix. I know they be long enough already, but I felt called to. So this is the Starcodes Oracle, Astro codes, however, whatever, y'all see it listed below. I'm enjoying this deck and I really want to get more acquainted with it, so I decided to add it to the mix, and I look forward to seeing what messages are to come of it. All right, y'all. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into a quick word of prayer before we dive into this. To the Most High, heavenly and divine, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, I come to you saying thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very much for this day, for this opportunity. Thank you for using me as a clear and open channel to bring forth the messages to the collective, straight and clear, no chaser. Thank you for being the guide. Look, that's for somebody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being the support. Thank you for being the provider. Thank you for the love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I pray as always that the message uplifts, enlightens, heals, protects, nurtures, nourishes, strengthens, builds, heals, whatever the viewer may need at the time of viewing. May it play out in the lives of any and all involved for the highest good, as I know you will see fit. I pray nothing but the truth, the whole truth, so help us all to evolve, to grow, to mature emotionally, mentally, physically, and especially spiritually. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All these blessings I come, ask, and give thanks yet again. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. All right, y'all. You know what time it is. Let's get into it. Okay, you guys. So before we get into the cards or the reading, right, I'd like to get some background information. So I want to kind of recap and go over what we're here for today, right? So the purpose of this video is, as you see from the title, is obviously to dive into this first quarter energy, which will be in the sign of Sage on the 3rd of September. All right. And Sage affects the liver, hips, thighs, and sacrum. Now, I'm going to get all into the channel messages in just a moment and dive into this energy in just a moment. But like I said, I want to recap first. So in case, for those of you who are new or who missed last episode, we are coming off of the new moon. We got a boat coming, y'all. Hold on. Anywho, we are coming off of the new moon in the sign of Virgo on the 27th, high vibe time at 4:16 a.m. And again, y'all, that's Eastern Standard Time, and I do use military time. So, and of course, we talked about that episode. I highly recommend you all go back and listen, because I'm sure you'll pick up much more, you know, for you within it. But we talked about that beautiful healing and that new energy coming through, and that can be in so many different forms. I was feeling high vibe or emphasis on relationship, right? It can be with anyone and in any form, but I was sensing like romantic situation. So, but it still may have something to do with the job situation, or however, whatever you got set up in your life, business as well, you know, if you don't have a JLB. So beautiful energy though. And of course with Virgo is kind of ruler, not even kind of, I don't know why I'd be saying it like that, but rules the 6th house, which is all about like health, wealth, you know, beauty, finances, all that good jazz, just nurturing of the earth, strong earth energy, right? So it's like giving in order to receive. It's very much so reciprocating type of energy. So coming off of that and moving into getting to this first quarter moon in Sage, the moon will transition from Virgo into the sign of Libra on the 29th of August at 05:45. Okay, so that's 5:45 a.m. And then, excuse me, I'm sorry, I think I need to tell y'all what the areas of the body. Libra affects the kidney, ureter, bladder, veins, and skin. And I ain't need to tell y'all what Virgo do, did I? No, I didn't. Virgo affects the pancreas, small intestine, and GI, or digestive tract. Okay, all right. And so it will move from Virgo into the sign of Libra on the 29th at 5:45 a.m. And then it will transit from Libra into Scorpio on the 31st of August at 13:11. And I told y'all in the new moon in Virgo that that's something big. It's some major energy or transition going on here between Libra and Scorpio when the moon transits on this day on the 31st. Because at 31st, 13:30, listen to me, talking about 13:31. 31 and 13 are already mirror energies in mirror energies of one another. So there's some kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's like some reflection, like I said. And then it's this whole bunch of new energy. And then the 13 with the death, with that scorpionic energy, you know, that's already talking about death, rebirth, transformation, change, you know what I'm saying? Going from something old to something new, basically. And like I was saying, apply it where it lies for you. But I feel heavily, speaking of Libra, which is the house, and I think that energy was coming, and not even I know that energy was coming through strong last video, but it's over the 7th house, which is about relationships, right? Anyway, and then of course Scorpio, that energy, like I already said, is that death, rebirth type of energy. It's all about change. It's all about doing something new, moving on to something new, and it amplifies it with all those ones in between, right? So anyway, moving from Scorpio into the sign of Sage, which will be on the 2nd of September, high vibe time at 1840, which is 6:40 p.m. And then of course it will further settle into the sign of Sage for this first quarter moon. And I didn't tell you Scorpio affects the genitals, anus, urethra, and prostate. All right. So moving through the following week to get to the full moon, which will be the focus of next week's episode. The moon will transit from the sign of Sage into the sign of Cappy on the 4th of September at 22:03, which is 10:03 p.m. And Cappy affects the backbone, joints, knees, skin, and hair. All right. Then it will transit from Cappy into Aqua on the 6th, high vibe time at 23:41, which is, what is that, 11:41 p.m. And Aqua affects the calf, ankle, shin, and Achilles. And then it will transit into the sign of Pisces on the 9th at, what is that, 00:43, I believe. I'll be writing this stuff so fast I can't even read my own writing, which is 12:43 a.m. And Pisces affects the feet, toes, and pineal, okay? And then for the focus of next week's episode, it will be fully in the sign of Pisces for the full moon energy on the 10th, all right? And we'll get into that next week, so stay tuned, okay? Now, let's dive into these channel messages really quickly. So, look, that was confirmation. In case y'all didn't hear that, it was a horn of some sort. But listen, with this Sage energy, y'all, man, shouts out to my Sagittarius out there. I love y'all. Y'all give me that energy that I need, the life of the party, man. Y'all may be partying. You may be getting with a Sage to go have some fun. I have no idea, but I say do it. Because that's like that passion, like go Getta, like, you know, we ain't holding back. We doing this. You know what I mean? What you said? Oh, okay. When? Where? Bet. I'm there. You know what I mean? It's that type of vibe. But I also go real, y'all. They be having me going deep in there, like with that. I'm talking about. I just heard holy wisdom, whatever that means. But man, I'm telling y'all be taking me through there, and so I do feel like there may be some like enlightenment or even awareness or just gaining growth, like gaining wisdom through growth. That's what I'm trying to say. And shoot, for me to say gaining growth like that, and I'm kind of even seeing, not even kind of, I'm seeing like the Empress card in one of my decks, and it's like some of y'all may be birthing something, getting ready to. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to move. Hold on. I paused it right at 7:37. That's an important number for some of you. But yeah, I had to move. I had to get more in the shade because I can't have my camera nor computer overheating. But yeah. Some of y'all may be getting overheated. That's, y'all hear that siren, right? I'm going to try to let him pass, y'all. Hold on. All right, y'all. So as I was saying before we got rudely interrupted and I had to move, it's an energy of maybe being overheated, you know, maybe letting you, I just heard blood boil, pushing you to the limit, because I'm here, push it to the limit, whatever that song is. Just be careful in that, okay? Because I was going to say anyway, you know, yes, Sage has the energy of fast moving, kind of like let's go, let's get it whenever. But at the same time, the advice comes about not moving too hastily, especially before you've had time to kind of map it out, plan it out. Don't let your emotions or passions get the best of you, okay? But it's a beautiful energy, though. That just comes with a little warning, right? Because you may find yourself in something you really don't want to be in, simply because you moved too fast. You know what I mean? Didn't really think about it. Didn't take a calculated risk. I don't know. All right. So let's go on. I'm not gonna labor in this too long. We're gonna get into it. See what they got in store for you in the cards. All right. All right. Look, y'all. What I heard when I clicked on this and opened it up. First things first, I'm Papa, freaks, all the hummies, dummies, Playboy bunnies, those wanting money. Yeah, they don't need nothing but penetration, or that's what he said, they don't get nothing, but whatever, y'all know. I love it when they call me Big Pop, but that's what I'm hearing. So I don't know, some of y'all may be Biggie fans, maybe from the East Coast, maybe New York, I don't know. Either way though, look at all this Aries energy, speaking of that, go get a calculated risk type vibe. This is it, this is that, wrapped all up in all, like, this is a lot. This is a lot. Somebody probably really thinking that, because I told you that with that Sage energy, it can be in somebody's feeling like maybe a little slightly overwhelmed, you know, and that may be why you're maybe on the verge of, if I say maybe one more time, but you could possibly be on the verge of overheating, because this is hot. Look, hot like fire. Come on, Aliyah. Yeah, take you higher. That's what she's saying. Like, so I'm telling y'all, this is giving me that passionate, that fiery, like, ooh, all right. For many of you, I'm willing to bet majority of you, this has to do with some kind of relationship. And like I said, y'all can have a relationship with anything, anyone, but this more romantic, because I'm feeling it deep in my loins, like real shit. And it's like y'all may be dealing with an Aries for sure. Have Aries heavy in your chart. This is coming through during Aries season, or either the new moon or full moon in Aries, which in saying that, wow, that's a 6-month span at least. Y'all might feel like that's something major. The number 6 is major, whether it's 6 months or not. It's major for you, whoever I'm tapping into, because look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick. It's like what I'm saying with that being said, the flick of the wrist is like somebody flicking a magic wand. You know what I'm saying? Whatever crystal you're working with, it might be one of the ones we get into towards the end, but it's like y'all making it do what it do, and within a blink of time, blink of an eye, is changed, because you know time is irrelevant. So what really is 6 months if you in the spiritual, you know what I'm saying, in the ethers, what really is that? So and I promise you, it's like it's something major, because these both, the new and the full moon, both are power-packed energies in and of themselves, no matter what sign it's in. That's like a whole month. So this is something about a cycle that keeps coming up as well. And it's bringing me back to that. I can't even remember at this point what reading that was, but it was like I was talking about something occurring in a month, or even one, like a cycle's time, whatever cycle that may be, whether it's a moon cycle. For instance, we have this beautiful Aries energy right here. It can be from new moon to full moon, as it is right here with the same sign, or even new moon to full moon in the same month, right? Because I'm getting back to that 1 month, a year, a week even. And I think I'm even seeing again the 11, because that's my Sage energy generally anyways in the tarot, is you know, the page and or knight. But either way, it doesn't matter. But it's like, to even speak of the Sage energy, that's generally November, right? November, December. So, you know, it's something about that too, right? I don't know, man. It's a lot coming through right now, a whole lot of. But this is also taking me back what I just got through saying about being careful. The advice is to take heed and not move too hastily, because the Aries energy can do that too. You know, that's the jump starter, the go-getter, that's the fool energy. But if you're not taking a calculated risk, you may be the flip side or reverse side of fool, which is being foolish in a sense, in a negative sense, right? Because it's okay to be the fool. We're meant to be the fool sometimes, especially when we're embarking on a new journey, which I feel like that's what's going on, coming off of this new moon in Virgo energy. Something major, y'all, is transpiring, whether collectively, and of course, if it's going on collectively, you know you're going to feel it in your personal life, in whatever way that is. For everybody, it's going to be different. But for a lot of you, I'm feeling like whatever relationship, and even if you're not dealing with a particular someone outside of you, baby, you're going to be feeling this going on within your divine feminine and masculine energies within you. I promise you. I promise you. And it's going to be like, high like fire. Yeah, you're going to be ascending though. For real, for real. I love it. But whatever it is you're doing, you see what it says. Time to take action. And then, of course, a fiery climax approaches. And I'm feeling like if you have ever been hesitant, because I'm pretty sure I mentioned it even last episode, like if you because I feel like the time to take action came out again in some kind of way. I don't remember which deck, but I was saying, if you feeling like trying to hold back, or you waiting on your person or whoever, whatever it is to make the first move, whoever it is to make the first move, even if it's not a romantic relationship, it could be a family member or a friend, whatever. But if you waiting on them to make the first move, it's like, nah, it's clearly telling you, all right. All right, if this has to do with you, okay? Okay, but we're going to get into these readings towards the end when we get through most of these cards, all right? Moving on to the bottom of the deck. Ooh-wee. Yes, yes, and yes. I feel like, because I was just going to say before moving to the bottom of the deck, that if for others of you who this has nothing to do with the relationship necessarily with the person, you know, in the physical, this has to do with the relationship with your, like, yourself and your job. But the job, the business aspect is what I'm getting the heaviest. Whatever vision that you have for yourself, even if that is, like I told y'all, for those of you who are solo dolo and really just working on yourself, it's the higher vision that you have of unionizing the masculine and feminine energies. That's what I'm seeing. And it's like a whole whirlwind of energy. It's almost like, you know how the spotlight comes up, and then I'm seeing like the, what is it, the caduceus, is that what it is? So it's giving me the vibe, because I keep hearing kundalini. So it's like all of that, like that fire, that passion, that light, that healing energy from the caduceus, and even that Virgo energy. It's like swirling, a tornado, girl. Like it's a whole vortex, if you will, that's rising up and just exploding exponentially for eternity is what I see. That's crazy. So it's like the potential is limitless is what I get from that. It's infinite. It is, it's never ending. Obviously, that's what infinite is, right? Eternal. I mean, it goes on, on and on and on and on. Cypher keeps moving like a rolling stone. That's what I'm hearing. What she say? Picks my, what she say? Picks my friends like I pick my fruit. My granny taught me that when I was only a youth. I work so hard. How she say it? And that's why I do what I do. I can't even remember how the lyrics go for real. Do we? Let me get it. Hold on. Okay, y'all had to. Let me get through it. Y'all already know she. Oh my. I'm feeling high. My money's gone. I'm all alone. Too much to seek. The world keeps turning. Oh, what a day. What a day, what a day. Boats coming, y'all. And I forgot to tell y'all that in a disclaimer, so y'all just gonna have to be patient. Anyway, she says, peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. If your knowledge were your wealth, then it would be well earned. If we were made in his image, then call us by our names. Most intellects do not believe in God, but they fear us just the same. And then, of course, the chorus goes, oh, on and on and on and on. My cipher keeps moving like a rolling stone. And then y'all know the rest. And then she says, I was born underwater with $3.06. Yeah, you might laugh because you did not do your math. Like 1, 2, 3. Damn, y'all feel that? Oh, line 1, 2, 3. The world keeps turning. Oh, what a day, what a day, what a day. The man that knows something knows that he knows nothing at all. I feel like this is the sage wisdom at its finest right here. Does it seem colder in your summertime and hotter in your fall? If we were made in his image, then call us by our names. Most intellects do not believe in God, but they fear us just the same. Right? Right. So, of course, then the chorus comes back in, and then she says, I'm feeling hungry because my high is coming down. Don't feed me yours because your food does not endure. I think I need a cup of tea. The world keeps burning. Oh, what a day, what a day, what a day. Here is, again, that warning that I was telling y'all, don't move too fast. This is that right here. And she says, you rush into destruction because you don't have nothing left. The mothership can't save you, so your ass is going to get left. If we were made in his image, then call us by our names. Most intellects do not believe in God, but they fear us just the same. That's powerful. That's exactly why that's coming through. Thank you, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anywho, and it was 8 minutes on the clock when I paused it to find these lyrics. So basically, y'all, hold that vision. Stay true to you. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. Stay true and authentic to you and whatever it is that you're envisioning. I don't know who needs to hear it, but it is not wrong. It is not wrong for you to feel the way that you feel. I don't care what anybody else is trying to tell you or convince you otherwise. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. All right. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So moving into the tarot here. Look at this. I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't booed up already or in the process of getting booed up, man, let me know, because I'm feeling it. I can feel it in the air. I can hear it in your voice. Yeah, baby. I don't know, man. Somebody, as the card says, is grateful or needs to be grateful. This is a solid union, a solid person who is very much so stable, grounded, very passionate about you. That love and marriage, even if it's not, you know, I was gonna say, even if it's not in the works yet, it really is already. You understand what I'm trying to say? But again, calm down. Don't move too fast. Don't get overwhelmed. But understand that the feelings are mutual. That's what I'm getting out of this, for real. It says, be grateful. You have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness. A contented personal life. And that's what I'm telling y'all. And then I'm hearing Sammy. Can you be my peace? Cause a nigga need peace. Yes. That's the jam right there. Come through, Sammy. Listen. Hold on. 12:21. I was trying to let that plane go by as well. But listen, here goes Sammy lyrics, and it's called Peace. It says, I just want a home-cooked meal when a nigga shuts down. Am I asking too much? That's it. I just want loyalty. Yeah, be all about me. Am I asking too much? That's it. Want you to be proud of me, cause a nigga work hard. Yeah, I go so hard. That's it. I just want. That's it. I just want. I want a better family, grow a family tree. Am I asking too much? That's it. I just want a back rub and a hot tub with you. That's it. I just want to play around when a nigga lay down. Am I asking too much? That's it. I just want. That's it. I just want. And of course, baby, be my peace. Cause a nigga need peace. So won't you be my peace? Cause a nigga need peace. And that's all he want. Then the other part says, I just want peace of mind with some quality time, baby. Do you mind? That's it. I just need communication, love, and patience, baby. Yeah, that's it. I just need sex that matters. Recreation sex no longer. Oh, wait a minute. What do you say? Recreation sex no longer it. You're all I want. You're all I want. I got off. Anyway, and then it says, I need a love that's unconditional, more than physical. I'm talking spiritual. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I believe in miracles. And she said, listen, he said, am I asking too much? So she did too, whoever you dealing with. Like, for real, because I ain't slipped that out for nothing. So man or woman, whatever. And then he goes back into the chorus, and then finally he says, I'm just trying to get it, baby girl, I gotta make it. Fly to the money, trying to get home safely. Cops trying to kill me. Driving while black, I guess I'm guilty. My queen at home, don't kill me. The world need cleaning, oh so filthy. And he says, my mama needs something, my daddy needs something, my siblings need something, the world needs something. I'm just one man, and all I'm wanting is some peace. Like, for real. And then he said, if I make it home tonight, and baby, hold me tight, because I need you, girl. I gotta fight the world. Baby, be my peace. So whomever you dealing with, masculine energy, I'm feeling heavy. They doing a lot. They really doing a lot. And that's that action. That's that go-getter. That's that do type of energy. Anyway, even if you are solo dolo, I'm just saying you may have been in your masculine energy, and now all you wanting is that femininity, right? That feminine energy to receive you, to help balance you, to keep the peace, not stir up anything extra, not bring in anything extra besides just the unconditional love. That's what it said, right? That peace, that harmony, which, as you see here, deep feelings of peace and happiness. And again, you ain't got to be with nobody. This ain't got to be pretending to nobody but you. But I told y'all, the vision I see is that kundalini, that masculine and feminine, like the healing of both coming together, unionizing. I'm talking about there's an explosion with the two of them together. It's like two are better than one. You know what I'm saying? Two heads, two minds, two hearts, two souls coming into union together are that powerful one. Anyway, it's very much so stable. Okay, so let's get to the bottom of the deck. I love that. And it goes without saying, with that fourth house energy in that forest spring, before we move on really quickly, that even though it's fire sign energy, we already got heavy Aries as well as the Sage energy, right? But including Leo potentially. And then but I'm feeling like with the fourth house, it's talking about Cancerian energy as well. So definitely talking about the home base, whether or not it's dealing with a Cancer. But in that Cancer energy, it could be, that's that feminine energy and motherly energy. So again, I told y'all, it could be a family member or even a friend. Take it as you will. But moving on to the bottom of the deck. We'll see. Then we had this. Then we had this. Like, what is this? Because it's like you go from wanting. This is really what's going on behind the scenes and underneath the surface, if you will. Because this is bottom of the deck, which is overall, underall energy, right? So no matter what you may be desiring in that fourth spring, what's really underneath it all, or behind it all, or surrounding it all, however you look at it, is this. And this we got to deal with, because this is really what is going on subconsciously, even if you aren't consciously aware of it. Okay, I do love the fact that it is a 10, meaning we're ending this, or nearing the end, or completing, or this may be the cycle that you are wrapping up and need to go on and dismiss and get rid of, because this is burdensome. It potentially can be. This carrying other folks' shit that not even yours. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with other folks' emotions and the passions and energies and heaviness that you may be feeling. Shouts out to my empaths out there. I get you, boo. I'm right there with you. And it's not fun. And I'm like, nah, protect me. I got enough shit. I don't want anybody else's bullshit. I got enough going on. But that's what I'm feeling. It's just like, like this person stressed out, that one, the other. So it's time. I'm getting even a vibe of, it's time for you to bust out on your own in that Sage energy. Because Sage, they'll go explore. Them are explorers. They really ready. Look, I can't even get it out. Willing, ready, and as long as they're able, they taking that trip. They going on. And it may just be a trip of you being, like I said, solo dolo, so that you can do that reflection. Okay? The card itself says, ask for help from others. All work and no play. Being weighed down by too many responsibilities. And that's what I'm saying. Like, so for those of you who it has nothing to do with another person or relationship or anything like that, and it's strictly your business or the job or whatever passion project you're focused on, it's time for you to reach out. Like, that's the action, as we just saw, that you need to take, that you may want to take when it's set time to take action, right? I feel like if you don't, it's going to come to a point ahead. It's like that boil. It's going to bust, and then all hell going to break loose, where you're going to be forced to sit your ass down and reach out for help. Both. Right? Something about it. But I do remember getting this, and I was like, why is this here? Because the energy that I was feeling was, you know, with everything else that we've discussed so far, it's beautiful energy, very passionate, you know, very much so heartfelt, warm, embracing, like loving, and everything that you want to move into and or towards, right? So it kind of threw me off when this came. So I wanted to know why this was here. What are you feeling stressed out about, or maybe what needs to be your goal to cut out, if that makes sense. So here we have, to clarify that, we ended up getting the Queen of Winter and the Two of Summer, and y'all, and then of course the Prince of Autumn is now at the bottom of the deck energy. I feel heavy with the way these came out. Like this definitely has something to do with some type of relationship for majority of you. Undeniably with that Two of Summer there. But again, you can have a soulmate contract with anyone, anything, whatever. But what I'm getting, especially with this Queen of Winter, because you know that's my Libran energy. That's that air sign, that heavy mental. Like this, she's a bad bi, you know, like in a good way. But some people may not think so, because she can kind of be a little cold-hearted or jaded, is what I'm hearing, and that may be how someone feels of you, or vice versa, whatever. And I'm saying she, but it's just the feminine energy. Doesn't matter male or female. The thing about it is that I just heard lighten up. So that's the advice for this. If you find yourself in this, damn, now I'm hearing bitter bitch. I don't know though, because I can take that so many different ways as far as that bitter bitch energy. But if you find yourself in this kind of cold-hearted, you know, not really wanting to put yourself out there or love again, or feeling like everybody's out to get you, I really can't even tell you what you need to do, but I just want to tell you, you may want to get more into your heart chakra and really feel it out versus being so mental about it. Okay, not to say that you don't lose all logic now. Don't lose your rational. Be rational about what you're doing. That's definitely this Queen of Winter has no qualms in doing that. There needs to be a balancing of the two, which is beautiful, because this is that Libran energy, as I just mentioned, right? That 7th house energy, and very much so it may be someone that you need to cut out. I don't know. Only you got to discern that for yourself. But because when I heard bitter bitch, that's what I was going to get into. That can be whoever, whatever. I just even got a mother for some of you. Ooh, that's toxic though, because somebody mama not really okay, or they can see you moving on in another relationship. You got something else going on where your focus and attention is not on them, or even that your home, that situation anymore, right? And that's just, I don't know, that's just controlling is what I'm getting out of that. And especially probably mentally, even potentially emotionally, that bitter bitch energy may have been controlling your life. But it's like, nah, you definitely, like I said, for whoever this is for, are trying to get that forward spring. I see that, because even this Two of Summer, the way that they set up in comparison to this Queen of Winter, they in their own little world. They focused on one another and moving on to the future, right? And it's like this Prince of Autumn being the bottom of the deck. This is a very methodical, slow moving type of energy, but it's going to get the job done, because slow and steady wins the race, baby, every single time. So the way that all of these are kind of set up here is telling me a number of things. This person, or your person, may see you as this Queen of Winter, like you ain't gonna take no shit, you know what I'm saying? You quick to cut off. It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. Like if it ain't resonating with you, if it's causing too much chaos and confusion, you gonna cut it off to have your peace, right? In that forward spring, right? Now, they also see you, as the Queen of Winter says, as strong, patient, self-sufficient, and funny, and they love that about you. They don't want you to let that, you know, keep that part of you, that balanced Libran essence of you, right? But soften your heart at the same time. Open up, let them in. Don't be so guarded. It's basically what so they say they gonna hang it, they gonna stick it out with you, right? They gonna see what you're working with. They know that you've probably been through some shit's naive. But the card of the Queen of Winter itself says, let go of people or things that no longer serve you, as I already mentioned. It says, now is the time to focus on your career. And then unmarried or divorced individuals, but it ain't gonna be for long. for real, moving into that 4 of spring. And then the 2 of summer says, falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone, forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Thank you. Coming out at 10 of wands, right? The 10 of spring. And then it says, don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. All right. And then the Prince of Autumn, it says dependable, protective, chivalrous, humorous. And it says curious but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. Okay, this is a very patient individual as well. And like I said, it's reflecting, y'all really reflecting one another. For real. Very much so soulmate bond. I feel strong. Not no, I don't really like to get into the titles of the shit, but you know, some folks twin flame, whatever. I don't really care, but it's definitely not a toxic, like, and I feel that everything is karmic. So y'all, you know, people throw that out there like it's really supposed to mean something, which it does, but I'm just saying, like, everything you're supposed to learn from. Everything, everyone. So you can see it how you want to see it, label it how you want to label it. But I feel like this person is truly, it's a keeper. It's a keeper. That's basically what it is. Yeah. And y'all both are a little, I wanted to say immature, but it's not in a negative way. It's just that I can see where both of you have been through, like I said, some shiz naive, some trials and tribulations with that Queen of Winter energy, especially in dealing with your emotions. And so that has placed you both in a bit of a mental conundrum, if you will, maybe even at times overthinking it, when really, like I just told you, it's the energy is calling for you to get into your heart space, to really rely on that passionate energy and vibe that you feel, because that's the truth. The truth is, like, that's the energy that y'all both share. Very passionate, very loving, very gentle, very nurturing. It's just a beautiful, it's divine. It's that agape love. It truly is. That's what I feel. I never been touched like this. I never been. Yes, I never felt love like this. I never been. Come on, Mary J. Yeah. Look, now I gotta get y'all them lyrics, honey. For real. Pardon me. Excuse me, forgive me, I can't help it, 'cause I see the energy. Hold on, I know I'm messing it up. Let's see, never been. And I can feel this way for a reason. Oh, the way you made me feel, boy, you keep me breathing. Okay, here we go. Let me hurry up because I done been on this for too long. But it says, so y'all know that, like I just said, I never been touched like this. I never been kissed like this. I never knew it felt like this. I never knew a love like this. So, pardon me, excuse me, forgive me, I can't help it. But I see the energy between you and me, and I'm selfish. Don't want no other girls calling you, never ever, because I want us to stay together forever. And then goes into the chorus. And then she says, believe me when I say there is no one, I mean none, that can do the things you do, the things you did, and get done. And I believe that I can feel this way for a reason. And all the ways you make me feel, boy, you keep me breathing. And then the chorus goes into the chorus. And she says, what you got, them others don't, 'cause you're the one I want. Yeah, that's it. It's Fido. And she says, you make me hot, them others don't, 'cause baby, you're the one I love. And then she repeats that, right? And goes back into the chorus and finishes off the song. So that's powerful. Like I'm telling you, it's a whole vibe, y'all. I can feel that, and it's beautiful. So don't deny it, okay? No matter what's going on outside of you. And going back to that 10 of Wands, which is why we even clarified it, you know, got to this point in the first place. Let that other shit go. That clearly tells you in that Queen of Winter. Because that's what I asked. Like, why is this out here, and what is the advice that needs to, you know, going forward? Cut out the bullshit. Like, for real. Just You don't even got to worry about none of that. Because if it ain't pertaining to the focus of you and you, if you are solo dolo, or you and that person, if you are booed up in a relationship, or even you and your situationship, if it ain't got shit to do with any of those scenarios, then what does it matter? All right, moving on. Oof, 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 and oof. I'm telling you, boo, this is bringing me back to hold the vision, bottom of the header, overall energy of the header. That's exactly what it's bringing me to. The number 39-3 is powerful. It's talking about getting into alignment. As always, this is my Holy Trinity number. For those of you who are new, just being in alignment, mind, body, and spirit. And you have to be. You quite literally have to be, because anything that rocks the boat, that gets you out away from center, you gonna feel that shit. That's when that 10 of Wands comes in, because then you start picking up other folks shit, and then you know that when you are aligned and centered, you are at peace. You are pure happiness. You are that forward spring. You understand? But if you are knocked off, you lose your focus. You lose, you know what I'm saying, that creative juice, that passion, that flow, you know, all that. So this is about going back to that. It's about holding that vision in order to, and staying in alignment in order to bring forth this, whatever this vision is, this creation is for you. And this is also bringing me back to what I told you as far as that Libran or even Empress energy. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all birthing something, and it ain't just gotta be when I say that, or when any readers kind of say that somebody's pregnant or whatever else. Yes, it can be literally, but also metaphorically. Okay, so whatever this is, especially for those of you who are solo dolo and or just focused on your situation as far as your job or business, passion project, this is that, right? This is what you're trying to bring into fruition, and it's definitely coming through. You got to map it out, see it. I love the way she's focused on. It's almost like she's projected into the future, or into another dimension or realm or whatever. This is the vision that she's getting, and it's like highlighting for you to use your pineal. Speaking of that Piscean energy, which will be the focus of next week's episode, but is calling for you to really utilize that, work on your pineal, strengthen that, whatever you got to do, exercises, feed your soul, feed your body the nutrients and everything that it needs in order to have those visions heightened, your senses heightened, to open up and remove any blockages that may have been hindering you in the past, whatever. Okay, that's really what's coming through. Not sure when this Beaver moon is. Prayerfully it'll let us know when I read them in just a moment, but yeah, we gonna move on. Map it out, plan it out, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Make sure you have a solid plan, and once you put your vision pen to paper, or whatever you like to write with, draw with, that's that, it's set. Okay, all right, moving on to the bottom. And just have a little patience. And then I was hearing, have a little faith in me. So yeah, anything worth having is, you know, gonna be worth fighting for, but you also, it's gonna test your patience. It's almost like testing your gangster for real, because this is a strong and sometimes very difficult lesson to get through. It's first you got to have patience with yourself, because if you are to display that with anybody else, you got to have it for yourself. It's not going to come through any other way. And that's what I'm going back to as far as like those of you especially who are solo dolo and not really dealing with anybody else. That's just what it is. I'm hearing grace too, grace and mercy. That goes right along with that. It's almost the trifecta is what I just heard. And it's funny because these threes playing a big role. We got the 3, 6. We just had a 39. So, you know, it's like, it's levels to it. It's multiplying. As long as you stay in alignment, it's like you jumping. I heard jumping ranks. So you may even be leveling up on that job or in that position, or, you know what I'm saying, moving. I heard moving mountains within your business. For real. Obstacles being lifted, and this is almost like she's walking through to a whole nother dimension again, once again through the portal. Pay attention to the red flags. With that red balloon, I always get that. Pay attention to the red flags. This is mainly just talking about you, yourself, and you know, nobody else. But of course, if you are dealing with anybody else, it's going to be with that. It's like I be telling y'all, you know, whoever you're dealing with, it don't matter the situation. They are merely reflections for you to see what it is that you need to do or how you need to move, to let you see how far you've come, and then what else is there for you to continue to work on, especially if you don't like what you see when you look in that mirror, you know. So you can't point the finger or blame or shame or guilt anyone else, because it's you that you see. Okay, but be patient as you go through this healing or dealing with whatever energy this is. All right, moving on. Ooh, and look, once again, I mean, how many times do they gotta tell y'all? Here's a new moon in Aries again. Just like it said with the take action. I mean, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Now, see, I'm telling you, somebody, y'all, yeah, y'all getting freaky deaky, but it's so this very much I may have to deal with a romantic relationship or partnership for you. Man, have fun. Be a kid again. You know, be flirtatious. Get bug wild. You know, safely, if you will. But yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. If this is a new opportunity that you have in front of you, do it. The time is right. It's now out here. And speaking of that sage energy, that's divine timing, by the way. It's also temperance and balancing. So that's what I'm feeling like. This is a fresh new beginning, fresh new start, and a beautiful opportunity. So I'm telling you, if the feeling's right, you got to use your own discernment, because some of y'all need to cut out some stuff. So, and they telling you do it. You know, don't be scared. Like, if it's not for you, if it's not serving you any longer, it's not helping you, let it go. Let it go. You can't be scared. You got to be confident, you know. Be assured. I'm hearing blessed assurance. Blessed assurance. Yeah. I don't even know how that song go for real, but that's what I'm hearing. Anyway, let's move on to the bottom. Jeez. Look at this. Look at this. What I just get through saying? Telling y'all, somebody moving mountains. But you got to put in the work, you know. It ain't gonna come easy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That shit is hard. Anytime you working on leveling up or ascension, moving to a whole nother dimension, what they say, new levels, new devils. So it's I mean, that's the whole thing about life. It's always a cycle of trials and tribulations. That's the whole point of like karma, dharma. Like, everything has its polarities. So you're gonna have to deal with the highs and lows, the ebbs and flows. Understand though, once you really learn, like when you get to a space where you know thyself and know what it is that is for you and not, then you can more easily be aware and identify that which needs to go. That's all about that. I was telling y'all earlier that scorpionic energy in that 31, 13, 11, you know, as far as like the death and rebirth and the transformation, everything, that is the only thing that's constant, which is funny. The only thing that's constant in this life is change. Death, which is the whole, that's all, they're synonyms for one another. Death, change, transformation, all one and the same. All right? That's the only constant in this life, in this world. So as long as you can roll with that, because what they say, we die every day. You go to sleep, right? You essentially die every day, because you are never the same. You ain't the same going from second to second, minute to minute, hour to hour. You shouldn't be if you live it. You know what I mean? You constantly growing and moving, right? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Y'all might want to go back to that first quarter moon in Scorpio video too. Yep. You might want to do that. I feel like it's something in there for you. That's big energy. We've gotten Scorpio heavy, Libra. Who else? Obviously Sage, right? And then Aries, right? That's who y'all, some of y'all dealing with or got that heavy in y'all's chart. Release them blocks, man. You may even want to call upon Archangel Michael to come through to help you, or even Ganesh, whichever one you resonate with. It's all really all one and the same. Metatron as well. It's coming through. Yeah. All right. Let's move on. See, look. Telling y'all, them threes keep showing up too. They keep showing up. This right here, this has come out in some other readings before, and I generally get it's with the invitation that, listen, I feel it's more like your spirit squad. For those, because I'm telling you, sage, that higher wisdom, and in order to gain that, it's like you have to have what they say, the keys, the rite of passage. I'm hearing keys to the safe. It's something that you're needing to unlock, especially within you, maybe. I just heard powers that be. Unlock that within you. Anyway, but so what I'm getting is that your spirit squad, your higher ups, your council, your elders, whatever, are giving you this invitation. They're giving you the rite of passage. They're ushering you through the portal if you so choose. They are trying to help you move to higher levels. They will help you fight off them higher devils, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Because I told you, new levels, new devils, right? They will help you remove any of these blockages. You just call upon them. That's part of their contract with you and what they signed up. You know what I'm saying? What we all, I should say, signed up to do and to handle together, right? This, with that descendant, I know it's talking about the position, you know what I'm saying, within the astrological wheel or in your chart, but quite literally I'm getting, though, that many of us are literal descendants of royalty. You are very much so spiritually protected and being guided. Tap in, stay attuned to your higher self. This 37 being a 10, it's bringing me back to that whole completion, a cycle, and also new beginnings. So all that what I said previously about whatever cycle that may be for you, whether it's a month, a week, 6 months, a year, I don't know. I do feel like this will be that explosion, that kundalini rising, that energy of unionizing the feminine and masculine. That's that coming into being for you, like in your life, you know. So whatever that may be. But yeah, we'll get into the reading in just a moment. It's funny how it's like pointing to the major peak of this wheel, I don't really know what to call it, is pointing to this beautiful, what is this, Amazonite? I think that's what that is. Yeah. Ooh, that's that heart healing for real. Yeah, that's what that is. I'm telling y'all, focus on your heart. Get into your heart space. Heal it. Mend it. Do whatever you need to do. I can't tell you necessarily what to do. You may want to use Amazonite for sure. Whether or not it comes out as one of the crystals when we get to the reading of the finisher, but that's what I'm saying. For that to grab my attention, you very much so may want to use that. And I'm also getting green calcite. Okay. Okay, moving on. Oh, and look at here. And you gonna be stable, baby. Oh. Second house, who was that? Taurus. Maybe dealing with a Taurus. I told y'all already with that Empress energy. It could be Libra or Taurus. But either way, and also going back to that Virgo energy, heavy earth sign energy though. Child, you're going to be stable. With that 4 as well, it's going to be solid. Whatever this business proposal is, for those of you who that's what it has to do with, baby, you better take it. You better do that. I heard apple of my eye. Somebody done shot the dagger through, I don't know what kind of flowers those are, but through that apple, somebody is a catch. I'm telling you, is a keeper. Didn't I tell you that? That prince of earth, which is the night. Yeah. Heavy Virgo energy, and even Taurus generally. I get Taurus with that too. But yeah, that's enough said. You see them stacks? Y'all gonna be, I heard moving on up to the east side, and then I heard racks on racks on racks. So very much so abundant. And you won't have anything to worry about, like your home with that fourth house energy. Once again, your home will be stable, be peaceful, be balanced. Very much so. I just heard commodity. I'm not sure what that means for you, but yeah, I don't know. Whatever is the apple of your eye, whatever is pulling at your heart the most to do, especially if it's a passion project or anything else like that, that's what it is. That's what you need to go for. That's what's going to bring that abundance. I promise you. I promise you. All right. Let's get on into these readings, shall we? All right, y'all. Beginning with the headers and the new moon in Aries, pages 42 and 43. It's time to take action. The flame is lit. A wonderful new start beckons, and you're on the right track. Drawing this card is a superbly positive sign if there is something you want to happen in your life. Take this card as a big yes from the universe. This is the time to really tune into your dreams. You may still have a long way to go. After all, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, but you're on your way. Determination, self-assertion, and bravery are called for, but the hot fire of Aries is driving you towards success in whatever endeavor you're asking about. The caution, don't go too fast and forget your manners. What I tell y'all, don't move too hastily. It says treat people well as you charge towards your goals. You'll create much better karma for yourself. When you're tuning to the moon, I like to look at these as affirmations, but you use it as you will. Don't even think about giving up. Don't even think about giving up. Additional meanings. Do your best and be happy with that. Avoid being brash right now. Look, you need a 12-month plan. Boy, that's going back to that creation. I told y'all, map it out, write it out, right? And then it's also talking about that cycle. For some of you, it truly will be a year. And then it says a new male is coming into your life. And I'm telling y'all, I told y'all I felt that masculine energy heavy. They a keeper, by the way. So the teaching. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So the new moon in Aries is the first of the 12 or 13 new moons of the year. If you're committed to working with all the lunations, then the new moon in Aries is the right time to start. And drawing this card, no matter when you do it, signifies it's also the ideal time to start your moon work, such as setting intentions. All right? Moving on to the full moon in Aries, pages 68-69. A fiery climax approaches. It's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants, but you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created this situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. Attuning to the moon, it says, be nice, be kind, smile and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Be nice, be kind, smile and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Additional meanings. Being assertive is good, just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Don't be a baby. Sorry, but this could be the issue. You need to have more fun. The teaching. The full moon in Aries is a super fiery time when emotions can run very high. On the upside, there's excitement about what may lie ahead, but tempers are likely to flare with rash comments or decisions. No matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just or is about to come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. What I said, I promise I can't make it up, and I'll be trying to tell y'all, they only, like, the cards really only confirm what I receive from the channel messages and downloads. This is talking about whoever, like I said, is getting to the point of possibly being overheated, you know what I'm saying, or even overwhelmed, and it's just calling for you to maybe even take a step back and balance, get back to center, like I was telling y'all. Also, I told y'all not to move too brash or, you know what I'm saying, go too fast, because you may hop into something you ain't really intended to be in or deal with necessarily. So just take your time. And even if you do, if you find yourself already in this position, it's okay. You can take a time out. Ain't nobody, you ain't got to, like, don't keep bashing or what is it, forcing the issue in that 10 of Wands, because it's not going to do anything but create more and more stress. So you need to let it go. Take a step back. Do what you need to do to get yourself back centered. Anyways, it says no matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just or is about to. Oh, that's what I was going to say. It's also talking about, like I said, that boil that I said. If you keep that junk bottled in, it's just going to explode, and not in such a good way. So make sure you find a outlet or some way to channel that if you are feeling any of this. So no matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just or is about to come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. There could be a price to pay if you have been too competitive or too blunt. All right, moving on to the bottom of the deck. Hold your vision, pages 106 and 107. Fixed moon. There are two main possibilities with this card. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. The second, very different interpretation, is that something is stuck. That could well be referring to the situation you're asking about. If that's the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheels so that events move forward. Are you being too stubborn? If so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in, like I was just saying. Be the one to break a deadlock. With two interpretations of this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. This offers up a chance for self-reflection. As always, y'all, I don't care what it is, you should always take time to reflect. Because like I said, whoever and whatever you're dealing with is always showing you some form of you. You either going to learn from it, grow from it, evolve, or find yourself stuck, stagnant, confused, which that's not where you want to be. The soul wants to grow. Anyway, when you're tuned into the moon, it says, yes, just say the word a lot and see how it feels. Yes, just say the word a lot and see how it feels. Additional meanings: staying power, faith, or patience are... we got to get there, that patience. What we get at the bottom of the finisher, I'm telling you, staying power, faith, or patience are needed. And that's why I was hearing that, have a little faith in me. Someone needs to back down. Avoid stagnation. A personal or professional relationship will be enduring. Like I'm telling you, I feel that. It's amazing. So the teaching. In astrology, there are three quadruplicities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. The fixed signs can be stubborn, so anything that's just starting as you draw this card may well last longer. In parentheses, they say, remember, we each have all the star signs in our chart. It's just the way the astrological wheel works. So there's no judgment when we say that while it's admirable how much staying power the fixed signs have, they can also be obstinate. So just be careful. Always have balance, and no matter what you are dealing with, no matter what energy you find yourself in, there's always balance needed. All right, moving on. Okay, moving on to the finishers, and I'm just going to go in the order that they are in the book, which is perfect because I wanted to get to that patience anyway. So we're going to start with the bottom of the deck, and 36, Green Corn Moon, Patience, pages 88 and 89. I love those 8s. Enjoy the journey, not just the destination. The time has come to learn patience and avoid the lure of instant gratification. Slow down. Take your time. Things are happening. You just can't see it yet. Be loving and patient with your body. That's why I went on that rant about feeding your soul, you know what I'm saying, the right stuff. But anyway, the affirmation. I take my time to enjoy the journey. I take my time to enjoy the journey. Patience is a kind of faith in foreseeing. We might see the seed, but we foresee the flower. We might see the books on the table, but we foresee the degree at the end if we read them. If we think physically, we might feel the pain of a hard workout, but foresee and have faith in the muscle and fitness levels we will build. Patience is a way of experiencing the process of fruition. For some of us, we choose what is quick and easy. We may choose activities we know will be good at. These require no big process, no great challenge over time, and so no great achievement even if we are good at them. More difficult is a kind of patience and mastery where the skills of learning take time to accrue. And this is where the beauty of patience is born. I gotta read that again. More difficult is a kind of patience and mastery where the skills or learning take time to accrue. And this is where the beauty of patience is born. When we really, or truly, is what it says, when we truly realize the power of patience, we understand the power of gaining something incredibly deep and embedded rather than the quick hit of instant gratification. There is great power in going slow. There's also the lifelong benefit of the power of trusting that you can hold a focus for a time for something big. Ooh, that's going right into that creation. Because, yeah, it's like you got to hold your focus. Remember they said hold the vision? You got to hold your focus on what it is you desire, because how else are you going to see it? You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm hearing believing is seeing too. So there is great power in going slow. There's also the lifelong benefit of the power of trusting that you can hold a focus for a time for something big. For some of us, learning a physical skill enables us to fall in love with our bodies again, seeing it change and try over and over. We recognize its magnificence in all its weirdness, wonkiness, strength, weakness, and inherent wisdom. Come on through, Sage. We get to feel the process and the miracle, and if our body doesn't quite get it and we run out of patience, well, nasty self-talk is the last thing I would throw at it. After all, that's that, like I was telling y'all, patience comes with grace and mercy. After all, my body is not my enemy. Instead, I throw compassion and trust at it. The compassion that it is doing its best right now, and the trust that it is doing it, and the trust that it will get me to where I want to go, even if that is eventually, they have eventually in air quotes. So I've learned to be patient. The green corn moon encourages us to watch for growth and enjoy patiently the journey of growth. What did I say? Didn't I say something about gaining growth to begin with? While we may not yet be at fruition, we are on the way. So basically, enjoy the journey, y'all. The companion stone or metal is jade, and we'll get to that in a few. So moving on to 39, Beaver Moon and Creation, pages 94 and 95. You can create your own destiny. Be industrious. Every creature on earth creates. You should welcome the process of creation. Save money and time. Have a reserve. That's going to that second house, the resources. Yeah, that's what it's bringing me to. The affirmation: I am a mighty creator or creatrix. It is my birthright to create. I am a mighty creator or creatrix. It is my birthright to create. That bird, that's confirmation. I hope y'all heard that. There is a good reason for the saying, quote, busy as a beaver, end quote, for the beaver is truly an industrious animal. Not only do they create sophisticated architectural lodges, which, parentheses, they have their semi-submersible homes, in parentheses, but they change the course of rivers and waterways through strategic damming. They create new environments for themselves and other animals. That's going back, I'm telling y'all, that's where all that fourth house energy in the home and all that is talking about. Some of you may be rebuilding your home, your foundation. Home is where the heart is, so it's bringing me back to that fourth house. Your fourth chakra. You know, focus there, y'all. Focus there for your healing, for real. So like the beaver, we too can create with industriousness and vigor. Everyone is creative, not just those who are considered to be creative, such as artists, designers, musicians, and writers. We all can be encouraged to think more creatively, to solve problems outside of square solutions, to invent new ways, and to imaginatively break new trails. That too, though. This moon is the moon of taking action. Our northern hemisphere ancestors at this time would be preparing for winter. Okay. They would be preserving food, preparing skins, gathering medicine, strengthening their homes if they were not nomadic, and preparing to move to better hunting grounds if they were. Anyone who didn't work hard at this time would likely suffer greatly for it when winter came. The time to take action is now. So this, I'm assuming, is around fall, winter. All right, this beaver moon. That green corn moon, that seems to be like a harvest moon, though. The patience, so I don't know, that may be like fall too, spring or fall, I don't know. Anyway, the companion stone or metal for creation here is chrysoprase, however you say that, I don't know, but we're gonna look into it. Let's move on. Alright, so moving on to the manifestations, and beginning with the new moon in Aries. Go for it, pages 28 and 29. This card heralds good news. Opportunities abound and the outlook is positive. Go through the doors that are opening up to you. There's every reason to believe you'll create what you want, even if you feel a long way from your goal. Keep going and be courageous. Courageous is italicized. Chase your dreams with childlike enthusiasm and expect your desires to be satisfied. Don't sit around making plans. Do take action. This is crucial. Chase your goal. Believe in divine timing. In love, Make the first move if you dare. Financially, be proactive. I mean, it's everything I done already told y'all. But manifesting focus. This card is an especially good sign if you need more courage or determination, or if you're chasing someone or something. Manifesting mindset. Be driven, determined, take action, ditch faint-heartedness. Like I said with that Queen of Swords energy, that Queen of Winter, it's a couple of boats coming, y'all, so be patient. But like I said in that Queen of Winter, like, be more lighthearted, you know, lighten up, get more into your heart space for sure. So manifesting tips for boosting courage. It says, call in Archangel Ariel, who is associated with spring and is wonderful to appeal to when you need courage. Call in the energy of the planet Mars, which guides the sign of Aries. To boost your courage, light a candle, ideally a red one, and ask Ariel and Mars for assistance. Hold this card to your heart chakra and breathe in courage. And y'all don't have to have the deck card or anything. Just envision the card or energy at your space. And this goes for when we get to the crystal energy healing portion of the reading as well, okay? So just envision the energy of the card at the particular place that they tell you, and you can follow along that way. So if you can do this ritual outdoors, so much the better. The affirmation: I am on the right track. Soon I will ... Fill in the blank, okay? I am on the right track. Soon I will ... When to manifest your magic. It says the best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Aries on a Tuesday, which is Mars's day, or during Mars's hour. And I'm not about to read that. You can check the link in the description box to see when Mars's hour is if you so choose. The new moon in Aries takes place when the sun and the moon are on the same zodiac degree of Aries. It's full of fire and childlike trust that everything is doable. I told y'all that limitless potential, that infinite, when that energy, when you come together, when you're aligned, mind, body, spirit, and come together with that Kundalini rising, ain't nothing you can't do, you know? So, moving on. First quarter moon in Scorpio. Release your blocks. Pages 68 and 69. When it comes to pushing through your fears and any other negative feelings, you're going to have to dig deeper. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself, because fear blocks us. Make time to clear any toxic feelings around you. Don't let pride stop you from showing how dearly you want something. It's okay to be vulnerable. If you know the people you're dealing with are trustworthy, think about others, in parentheses, as much as yourself, okay? So manifesting mix. It says there's light and shade in your situation and you need to embrace it. Don't get stuck on one idea and refuse to budge. Manifesting mindset. Think what a mental detox would involve for you. For example, avoiding people who argue with you and violence on TV, etc. Make time for it soon. It says tune into your manifesting powers. Your sacral chakra, Svasthana, is all about emotions and feelings. It's located just below your navel and is bright orange in color. Think of the way that water flows. That's how this chakra can help your feelings to flow now. Imagine yourself bathing in a beautiful column of warming orange light. Hold the card to your lower belly and call in the energies by incanting these words. Energies of the first quarter moon in Scorpio. Thank you for helping me to clear out energetic debris so I can fulfill my potential. Energies of the first quarter moon in Scorpio. Thank you for helping me to clear out energetic debris so I can fulfill my potential. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Scorpio on a Tuesday, again Mars's day, or during Mars's hour. The first quarter moon in Scorpio takes place when the sun is in Leo and the moon is in Scorpio. It knows that it's okay to be fabulous and deep. All right there now. All right. So let's move on. All right. So in moving into the Starcodes Astro Oracle, beginning with Descendant, number 37, pages 90 and 91. Invitation. While the Ascendant describes how you enter the world, the Descendant is the place where you invite equal others to come into your world. It describes how you see these peers, what you project upon them, and what you were trained to respect in them. The Descendant is where the sun would be at sunset. So, since it did come out upright, I guess I'll read it all to you. So action. It says, look at how you invite others to dance with you, to relate. Be welcoming while also keeping healthy boundaries in place. Once you feel comfortable about your ground rules for the people you bring into your life, it is easier to open your heart. If you notice that you keep people at a distance or avoid meeting new people, investigate this habit. Though it might have been important to protect you at one time in your life, consider how it is working for you now and what would help you feel safe enough to open this door. Also notice in what areas of your life you ask other people to do your work for you. The descendant can point to what you might try to import from other people. While this practice can refer to an important skill in a work situation, it has its dangers in a personal relationship. If you feel disempowered, you might be drawn to powerful people. If you're an extrovert who inwardly craves emotional and spiritual intimacy, you might draw in someone who helps you cozy up at home. It's wonderful when others can help you develop latent characteristics within yourself, but if you ask them to do this work for you and they leave, there goes your resource. If you see them as only an extension of yourself, you can't really see them. When you develop your own resources, you can see these others as whole beings with their own needs and gifts. In the challenge, it says, you give your power away when instead of working together, you ask others to be what is missing in yourself, okay? The gift. Tend the inlet to your heart. Invite in relationships that are clear, healing, nurturing, self-responsible, and encouraging a mutual evolution. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, moving on to the bottom of the deck. Number 40, second house. Resources, pages 96 and 97. Speaking of resources, that's perfect, right? Coming off the descendant. So anyways, if your chart were a village map, your second house would hold your bank, museum, and warehouses. It symbolizes what you value, such as your body and your relationship to the material world. The second house also describes what phase of infancy where you're just... No. The second house also describes that phase of infancy where you're just discovering that you have a body, toes and fingers, and that you can taste and smell. So action. It says explore how you feel about money. So many people on the spiritual path have mixed feelings about money, their bodies, and possessions, drawn to abundance and at the same time wrestling with guilt or discomfort around desire. This approach avoidance conflict around the material world can make it hard to focus your efforts, and it may send out mixed messages until the universe doesn't know how to respond to help you. The second house asks you to build a clear and congruent message about your relationship to your resources that you can stand behind with integrity. Matter is our sacred vessel for spirit. Explore your attitude toward your first resource, your own body and sensuality. Look for that place of balance where you honor and respect your physical form as well as the importance of the soul that inhabits it. Invest your energy toward what you value. This is where you can be a resource to others, and this is where you can get paid. Clean up your act in the material world. Clean closets, pay bills, deal with other practical things that might appear mundane but can be a sacred act of aligning the soul to the surroundings. Integrity creates a welcoming ground for bounty. Come up with a clear, integrated message to radiate out, then back that up with action. In the challenge, it says, what you see is not all there is. If you are looking for emotional and spiritual satisfaction in your stuff, it will never be enough because it never quite scratches that itch. Ooh. What that was on me? Some kind of black bug or beetle. Anyway, the gift, it says, tend the inlet to your heart. No, excuse me. I went back to the descendant. My bad. The gift, it says, your skills, your resources, and your interests can all be sacred. That was for somebody, though, for me to go back to that. Tend the inlet to your heart, because that's where you will find your passion, your desires. You know what I mean? And follow that. But anyways, for second house resources, it says the gift, your skills, your resources, and your interests can all be sacred if you make an offering of your intention and engage your work for the benefit of all sentient beings. And that's what I'm saying. Follow your heart's desires. And as long as you're trying to give back and do what it, thank you, Spirit, with that win and that confirmation, do what it is to give back and to serve, you already in there. You know what I mean? So your abundance going to come naturally. That's beautiful. I love that. All right. So beginning with the energy healing portion of the reading, we're going to go to the book and just go in the order that they came out in, or come in the book, which beginning with Jade on page 45. It's funny that all of these really, because even the, green calcite and the Amazonite, all of them are heart healing, green, earth even energy type of vibes and healing. So get out into Mother Nature, get grounded, and you may want to utilize any of the crystals that I've already mentioned. But anyway, Jade. Found as masses in many colors including green, orange, brown, blue, cream, white, lavender, red, gray, and black. Types of jade include jadeite and nephrite. Note, new jade is actually bowenite, and all three of those are bolded, and they have them in here, but I'm not going to get all into those individually. If you're interested, hit me up and I'll send you the information. Jadeite, nephrite, bowenite, okay? Or look it up for yourself. All right. Astrologically associated with Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Libra, and we've been all over those energies already. Great for the heart chakra. Healing qualities include, this is a good first stone for a child. It aids problem solving and helps proneness to accidents and reaching dreams, goals, and ideals. It brings balance, justice, modesty, courage, wisdom, compassion, and longevity. Look at that. Wisdom and compassion and courage. Yeah. Physically, it's good for the skin, hair, lymphatic system, bones, joints or hips, spleen, bladder, heart, immune system, gallbladder, kidneys, muscles, and the entire female reproductive system, which will aid in that creative birthing process, y'all. Not just saying physically, but especially that. But I'm talking about metaphorically as well. It helps acne, fertility, PMS, menstrual problems, period pain, asthma, bacterial and viral infections, eye disorders, general malaise, high blood pressure, and schizophrenia. Emotionally or spiritually, it's good for emotional balance. Look at that. Confidence and grounding. So for any of you who may be feeling overwhelmed, overheated, all that, you know, it's no coincidence. It helps negativity, promotes dreams and dream recall when placed under the pillow, and brings connection to ancient civilizations and wisdom, protection, peace, both inner and outer. Can you be my peace? That's why they keep coming through. And shamanic access to spirit worlds. All right. Moving on to chrysoprase. That's how I'm saying it. Chrysoprase. Page 54. Wait, that's crazy. We just came off of 45, right? Yeah. Mirror energies. Oh my God. Okay. Green or yellow lemon variety of chalcedony, or chalcedony, however you say that, and that is bolded if you want to look into that. There's so many different ones, so I don't know if y'all want to go down that rabbit hole, but either way, astrologically associated with Libra, great for the heart chakra. Healing qualities include a, quote, feel better stone, end quote. Good for general mental health and healing, helps you to see through mental fog, good for dexterity. Physically, it's good for fertility and the health of the spleen and heart. Helps schizophrenia and scurvy. Somebody who's dealing with schizophrenia, y'all, because that's twice. I don't know who that is, but you may want to get them either one of these stones. All right, emotionally or spiritually, it's good for yin-yang balance, meditation, balance, self-acceptance, and acceptance of others. Helps anxiety, depression, fear, neurotic patterns, stress, inferiority, broken hearts, and judgmental attitudes. Combats feelings of arrogance and superiority. I'm telling y'all. And I just keep saying, can you be my peace? Anyway, let's move on. So 404 on the timer. This was the only one that I was able to find out of any of the decks, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at that mastery 22. It's powerful, y'all. I feel like I said, it's mastering of thyself, mastering of the lessons, whether you're going through it alone or with someone else. It's just reaching higher heights. This is ascended master type vibes. You're leveling up. You're ranking up. I'm telling you, especially in the spiritual realm. And it's beautiful because look at the word. What I be telling y'all all the time. Use your freaking discernment, y'all. Will never lead you wrong. Never forsake you. But you got to be tapped in. Look at them threes at the bottom. You got to be tapped into your higher self. Always. Always. Your MVP, that's what it's there for. That's your compass. That's your guidance system. This is definitely healing. This is that earthing. Some of y'all may want to get out and put your hands in the earth, like garden, if that's what you do, if you enjoy that. It's something about it. Let me see. 2, 4, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I mean, I can't even count, y'all. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, child. I'm telling you, a cycle is ending. To begin anew. I don't know, man. Let's go ahead and get into this reading because they can be kind of long. So pages 109 through 112, it looks like. Ascended Master Hilarion, that might be who you want to call on or who is helping you during this time. And green chrysoprase, discernment. We bring you the blessing of discernment. There's an expression that all that glitters is not gold, and that appearances can deceive. This does not mean you must greet the world and all its appearances with suspicion and distrust. It does mean it is wise to trust what you feel. Wait a minute. It does mean it is wise to trust what you feel and sense happening beneath the surface, even if that seems to directly oppose what is being said or what many others may believe. The world is filled with opportunities for you to practice sensing truth behind the mask. You will do this most accurately when you allow your instincts and intuition to inform you without rationalizing the information so it matches the superficial appearance of things, like I said with that Queen of Winter, and getting more into your heart space. Not that you need to fully let go of being rational, but balance the two, right? If intuition or instinct is niggling at you, then it is trying to communicate something. Listen. Take your time to feel for your authentic response. Discernment helps you cut through illusion, manipulation, and deception and get to the heart of the matter at hand. It is the intelligent use of your intuition and instinct that will help you navigate through the multitude of choices available to you every day and choose what best serves your life journey. Discernment means seeing truth from a neutral, non-judging, and detached perspective. Discernment helps you recognize the true value and potential, intention, and capacity in people and situations in your life. It is a way to allow the reality of what is to become clear to you. This is exceptionally helpful. It can minimize the devastation of dashed hopes and the pain of unmet, unrealistic expectations. This can help you conserve and use your precious time and energy in intelligent ways. Your discerning inner eye will help you where there is genuine potential to continue to give of yourself to that, even if others tell you what you are wasting your time and energy. Even if others tell you that you are wasting your time and energy when they cannot see as you do. Discernment helps you know what is true for you and what to do or not to do. The power for accurate discernment can be increased in several ways. It takes courage to develop discernment because it is a personal inner knowing. That means to grow your own discernment, you are going to need to pull back from honoring the opinion of another above your own intuition or instinct. Of course, you can ask for the insights of those you trust. This can be very wise, but your discernment will only increase if you then take responsibility for your take on the situation at hand and ask yourself what you feel, what is true for you, what you sense. You may find that the view of another confirms your own, or that your sense of things is very different, perhaps even if you admire and respect the person whose opinion you sought. You will need to discern for yourself what value you give to the opinion of any other as you take complete responsibility for the choices in your life. This responsibility then gives you absolute freedom to live as you so choose. Sometimes your discernment will need time to cut through misleading appearances and get to the truth. At other times, the truth will be very clear to you, perhaps instantly. Your job is to then honor that and respond accordingly with absolute trust. With practice, you will be able to tell when you are discerning and when you are reacting. They will feel very different to you. Discernment is non-judgmental. It sees clearly and without emotion. It is neutral, accurate, and compassionate. It does not try to make things other than what they are, nor does it make excuses or condemn anyone or anything. It will, however, let you know loud and clear what is right for you and what is not. If you are confused about a matter in your life, uncertain if you are seeing the whole picture or if someone is as they appear to be, you are advised to practice discernment. Complete the following healing process as often as you need until the clarity comes. Sometimes the best way to discern the truth is to stop trying to work it out, to step back, ask the universe to show you what you need to know, and get on with living your life as best you can from a place of loving trust and inner peace. What I say, man, that's everything that I said, y'all. For those of you who may be feeling the overwhelming, overheated, super emotionally charged type of energy in a not so great way, you may just need to remove yourself, step back, let go, let it be what it is. Reflect on it. How can you grow from it and continue pushing? So in due course, the truth will be shown, often just at the moment you are really ready to see and know it, and at that time you will also be ready to act upon what you perceive. This oracle comes to you with guidance and encouragement. Trust your discerning faculty and apply it regularly. What you are perceiving is far more accurate than you may always realize, and even though on the appearance of things it may seem shocking or unlikely, the truth is what it is. The more you rely on your own discerning nature, the more powerful, helpful, and clear it shall become. And this is powerful because we on 111. And here goes the healing process. To integrate this guidance, you may like to say this invocation now. I call upon the crystal angel of green chrysoprase and ascended Master Hilarion, who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing blessing of discernment. May I open my perception, detached and neutral, to discern the truth in all people, situations, and events. May I be blessed with the knowledge of what is true and what to do. My discernment brings me inner security, empowerment, and confidence to trust myself now. Through my own free will, so be it. If you wish to further integrate this guidance, hold the oracle card with the mandala image facing inwards at the back of your head, held lightly with whichever hand feels most comfortable. Relax and breathe in and out several times, then say aloud, I choose of my own free will, through this and any lifetime, and through all layers of my entire being, to release any shame, fear, guilt, and doubt about my ability to discern truthfully, or about the content of what I perceive and how I choose to express it. I forgive and release all involved in any such matters completely now. I ask for the healing grace required to fully awaken and experience my divine discernment now, so I may always feel what is true and what to do, in accordance with divine wisdom, through divine grace and unconditional love, so be it. Hold the oracle card flat between your palms so you can place your hands in prayer position with the oracle card between them. Bow your head and say, may divine love shine its truth through the discerning eye awakened within. May all beings see and know the truth, free from judgment and fear, so that love's will may effortlessly prevail upon the earth. According to divine compassion and in service to the great divine plan of love unfolding, so be it. And finally, you can finish your healing process with this affirmation said aloud 3 times. It is natural for me to discern truth, and I trust in the clarity of my inner, intuitive, instinctual knowing. It is natural for me to discern truth, and I trust in the clarity of my inner, intuitive, instinctual knowing. Say that 5 times fast. That's a lot. Yeah. Did I say that one more time for the divine? Let me do it if I didn't. It is natural for me to discern truth, and I trust in the clarity of my inner, intuitive, instinctual knowing. So that is what I have, you guys. I'm going to leave it there. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I pray you receive. I pray that it resonates. If it does, you know what to do. For those of you who are new, that means comment your testimony down below. You never know how this may help someone grow, but especially in including yourselves. And I pray this is what you're here for. Whether or not someone comes to mind, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so very much for doing so. It truly helps, and you have no idea how much. And I love you and thank you and appreciate you for that. For real. If you want to join me for another episode, you can check the link in the description box below. If not, please take care, and I love you anyway. If you're looking for anything else outside of this, you can check any of the playlists on my channel. There are plenty other pick cards, zodiac readings, etc., etc. So I pray you find what you're looking for, okay? And then if I'm not the reader for you, there are plenty more fish in the sea. So have at it, right? And I pray, again, you find what you're looking for. I love you and I thank you. Until the next one, y'all, please be easy. Do not forget your love and light, because it truly makes everything all right. Deuces.